Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Good day, traders. Good day, traders. Welcome to today's live. I hope you guys are doing fantastic in this Tuesday. Welcome to the live. Thank you guys for joining. So today is going to be the. Let me just check the. Just comment down below if you can hear me clearly and if you can see my screen. Thank you guys for joining the live today. We're just going to monitor how we can grow an account, maybe possibly get entries as well. Just comment down below if you can hear me and if you can see my screen. Thank you guys for joining the live. Okay, yes, it's clear. Okay, everything is good on your side, my brother. Hope you enjoyed the live. Today we're just going to dive into a few analytics or technicals, and then I'm going to dive into key tips that I'm looking for. And then in terms of the account, I'm just trying to log in so I can update you guys on the account growth. But so far we're still in phase 1 on the account. We're still in phase 1. In terms of days, I think I think it's the 12th day of the account, trading the account. So I hope you guys enjoy the content. Hope you guys subscribe. Hope you guys like the content. If you can clearly hear me, make sure to drop a comment. If you can see the screen, make sure to drop the comment as well. Let's dive into the charts. Let's dive into some chart work. So far, how's the new month? So far, how's the new month? Just comment. Just comment down below. Tell me how's the month going. Funded or any funding accounts that you're looking for. If you just joined the live, thank you guys for joining the live, because we're just going to monitor a few setups that I'm looking at, and then in terms of the account, the funded account, we currently on day 12. I think it's day 12 or day 13, phase 1, right? So we're currently also in a drawdown. So I'm just trying to log in to find out the exact date. I'm not sure really. So if you like the content, just make sure to like, make sure to comment. If there's any pair that you'd like me to analyze for you guys, just drop it in the comment section. Welcome. How's the new month treating you guys? Can I have a bit of engagement in terms of the comments? Okay, we're currently going to monitor NZD, USD, GBP, USD. We're currently going to monitor GBP, USD, and in terms of NZD CAD as well, we're going to monitor NZD CAD, how it's moving. we're going to monitor NZD as well. And then okay, AUD USD, we're going to monitor AUD USD as well. As you can see, it's flying. So I was waiting up here. So I was expecting or monitoring the market to drop around about to this area before looking for those buys, right? But as you can see, throughout the Asian session, the market pushed up, right? And then in terms of NASDAQ, we're currently holding a trade on NASDAQ, a buy position, right? So we're currently holding those buys. And then with our targets, I think all the way up here. And then we've currently stops just below here, right? That's NASDAQ. Yes, that's NASDAQ. Okay, let me just check. Okay. If you can still hear me, guys, if you can still see the screen, just confirm with me. Okay, so that's NASDAQ, right? So NASDAQ, we're currently floating in slight profit, and then we're just holding to monitor to see if the trade will hit our targets. Understand? So that's the boring part about trading, the waiting, and if there's no setup, there's no trade. In terms of yesterday I took a position on Euro USD. So in terms of the position, didn't really play out as planned, but we got a break even on this trade. So as you can see, I took this position over here. If this will show, let me do this. Okay. Okay, it doesn't want to show. Okay, yeah. It's just loading. Okay, in terms of Euro USD, right, I just wanted to show you guys, I took the previous screenshot, right? So in terms of, we took this position here, we took the buy and stops, which is below there, right? So this was yesterday. And then as the market was rejecting here, as I monitored this rejection, I did all my stop to break even. So as you can see, the market came back and took us out. But the nice thing about it is every day there's a new opportunity. Every day there's a new setup to light in the market. So as you can see here on the 4-hour time frame, if I can just delete this because it's messy. If I can just delete this is because it's messy. Okay, just to show you guys the overall picture of what I'm looking at, right? So this is Euro USD on the Euro USD on the 4-hour time frame. As you guys can see here, the market is trading within this trend channel, right? So on looking in terms of the left hand side, you can see that we had your overall bullish impulse, and then the number of touches that you've had. It's 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th touch right there. So you have your 4th touch there, and then in terms of that resistance, you have what? You have 2 touches, right? So you can try to expand this and how the market reacts. but also noting down that this here as well, the key resistance. So now it's just a matter of monitoring and looking at what the market is trying to do or what the market is trying to tell us, right? So that's Euro USD on the 4-hour time frame. So we can see that the market is currently ranging. It's not really creating high highs or lower lows. So in terms of other pairs that you'd like me to analyze for you guys, I'm trying to get a hold of. I'm trying to log into the website. Okay, just to get the precise date on the funded account. So just so I can update you guys. Okay, yeah, we logged in. Active. Okay. In terms of daily drawdown, the daily drawdown really hasn't been much of a problem, and then we down close to like 4%. Understand? And then in terms of trading days, we in phase one, day 14. Yes, I was right about that. Okay. So I'll try to update it as I go on, right? Um so that's the trading part of things, right? So sometimes you will be down, sometimes you need to be in drawdown in order for you to level up and go to a next stage, understand? So do not be discouraged, or do not look at your trading account and feel as if you need to be trading consistently or rushing into setups. Um, you finding yourself entering into positions just because now you're in drawdown and you want to go back into profits, right? So it's very important for you to note down why you were in drawdown. It's very important for you to try to learn as much as you can from process that you've had, understand, and improved on a daily basis, right? So it's one thing that I would like you to take away from this live today, right? Uh, yes, drawdown is part of trading. Um, do not feel discouraged. Do not feel some way my account is in a drawdown, and then you're rushing into to set trades. You're taking setups that are not there, right? So that was one thing that I kind of wanting to take positions that align with my trading plan, with my trading style, and therefore I went into drawdown. I took unnecessary positions, understand, and also noting that with funded accounts, you have a time limit, understand. So um, okay. With the funded accounts, like I've said, you have a maximum daily limit in terms of your phases, right? So it's very important for you to execute on those quality trade and try to maximize on them as well. So do not pressurize yourself in terms of wanting to find setups every day. Remember, every day is not a trading day. So even if you're not trading, it's still a trading day, understand? So you have managed to secure those your capital, and you have managed to survive another day. So it's another topic for another day. So okay, NZD. NZD USD, right? So it's not really moving. It's not really moving the way I expected it to move in terms of okay. Not moving the way I expected it to move, but as I monitored, I was expecting the market to drop maybe to this area here, right? So this was a key area that I was expecting also, just to emphasize what I was seeing. So here, let me just go into the daily time frame. Okay. So on a cleaner note, on clean charts, I'm just trying to monitor. I was just trying to monitor how the market is going to act at this area here. So this key in the market, and this market really drops to this area, might look like positions to the upside, right? On the higher time frame, really. And so as you can see, the market is really creating new highs on the daily time frame, going down. But I'm trying to monitor what really the market is trying to do in terms of NZD USD, right, on the 4-hour time frame. Um, for me, I don't like how it's moving because it's not creating a setup for me, right? As you can see, like on the left hand side, the market is creating an impulse, push down, impulse, push down, impulse, push. Like, it's not really, it's not really moving like in an out. This is also a key area. So in terms of support and resistance, it's not really that I trade support and resistance. I just put the areas of interest where the market really is going to respect, and an area of interest, really, understand. So I'm just trying to monitor what the market is really doing in terms of the long-term moves, understand. So I'm more interested in catching a quality a trade that's going to give me those long-term moves. As you can see, NZD is ranging, right? So it's ranging, and we just in the beginning of the new month, first week of the month. So we're just going to monitor how it really moves going into the month, right? Okay. In terms of your side, what pair would you like me to analyze, and how has been the new trading month, the 2 days? How has it been in your previous month, profitable month, and how was it? Dive in GBP right? In terms of GBP I think it was last week where I emphasized the point that most, I think it was last week where I emphasized this area here, whereby um, this area here. All right. So I try to emphasize the fact that most retail traders are going to think that this is an invest or head and shoulder pattern formation right there, right? And they're going to want to sell because this is what they're looking at. This is what they're looking at. or this is what they see rather. They saw, to emphasize and note that okay, GBP USD has a higher potential of buying, as most people think the market is at a key resistance area, right? So in terms of long term, I'm thinking GBP USD is going to buy, right? Let me just show you why I have a bullish bias on GBP. See, I'm just going to keep the chart as clean as I can. I'm just going to keep the chart as clean as I can and not try to have things that are complicated. As you can see here, you've had your respected area or your first touch, and then the market created that pullback and then it dropped. So I'd like to also emphasize that this is a key reversal or shift in momentum that you in terms of the right hand side, you can see there's your first touch, second touch, third touch, right? Market was what? The market was ranging here. Remember, we're on the 1 hour time frame, right? So the market was ranging here. So as you can see, you've had your impulse on the left hand side. Okay, you've had your impulse. You had your market creating those this range, entering into this range. So in terms of GBP USD on the daily time frame, right? So you can see that okay, the market doing what? The market is ranging here. Okay, I just try to add a text. Okay, let me try to add it again. Okay, you can see that the market is doing what? The market is ranging here, right? So, or was ranging here, right? So it didn't try to emphasize, it didn't really create higher highs or lower lows, but here was a key area where the market broke out, right? In terms of long term, you can see that okay, my potential targets are here. So that's the first potential target, but obviously the market needs to break above certain areas before reaching that ultimate target, and it needs to create certain moves before creating reaching those targets. So that's also a key target there. So we've broken out of that range and we are above that resistance area, right? So in terms of modifying this, I can just do this. I can just do this. The market broke out. Understand? So now we can just simply look for into the bullish, or try to capitalize on the bullish momentum. As you can see, right? Just to emphasize a few things. Look at this. Looking at this bullish move, right? Looking at this bullish move, it's be a bearish move. Like it's slightly less. Understand? So as you can see, the market is creating what? Higher highs. The market is creating what? Higher highs. You can see the market is creating in terms of the low momentum of the market. Looking at the higher time frame, right? So this is GBP USD on the weekly time frame, on the daily time frame, on the 4 hour time frame. So if you can try to go onto the lower time frames, right? You can see also the same type of bullish momentum that we have, right? Let me just try to do this. Okay, you can see that here, this is an area where most retail traders would have thought that, okay, this is the line of the other solar pattern that I was talking about. So most of them would have taken the entries right there, right? In terms of this, right? So most people would have thought, okay, the market is probably going to sell, and would have monitored this as a potential neckline, right? So they would have monitored this potential line. Yes, they would have made profits, slight profits there. But in terms of the overall move, the overall bias of the market, we bullish, right? As you can see with this candlestick over here, the impulsive candlestick, but also monitoring that, okay, the market is now just trading below that previous resistance, right? So it could have created that false break and then now trading within that range as well. So it can just monitor this as a range, right? So it's important for you guys to monitor how or what the market is really telling you. Okay, let me just check. If you just joined the live, welcome to the live. We're currently on day 14, phase 1 on the funded account. And in terms of drawdown, I think we're close to 3% in drawdown. We're close to 3% in drawdown in terms of the daily, in terms of the maximum drawdown loss. Understand? So we have only used the 3% of the account of the maximum drawdown. Understand? So if there's any questions that you guys have on your side, make sure to comment down and ask those questions. Yeah, let's get back into the charts. Okay. Let's dive into I think we dived into NZD USD, GBP USD. So currently I'm not seeing any setups, right? So from on my side, let's see on the I'm just going to just monitor how the market entered that area. As clearly we see that it's now trading within that range, right? So we might see the market potentially dropping back to this support area. So we might see the market potentially dropping back to the support area, but we just need to monitor and see what the market is telling us really. In terms of Euro USD, did I explain the trade setups that I took? Okay. In terms of Euro USD, I'm just monitoring how also the market is moving, right? So we just came off that key support area. came off that key support area on the overall higher time frame. So you can just simply mark this down as well as this key area. And then this also key support area, right? Okay, the market respects this this price, right? So what's key now is just to monitor, get the overall direction and try to monitor where the market is really going, right? Okay, that's Euro USD on the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, if you're liking the content, if you're liking the analysis, just make sure to drop a comment, so I can just have a little engagement with you guys. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. This is nice. I like this moves. I like these moves. So key, what I was expecting is kind of playing out on, is it odd chef? Yes, odd chef. I'm currently expecting the market to create a V-type structure formation right here. So I'm monitoring how the market is moving. So I like this move. This is a good impulsive move. So if you took entries around about here last night, you'd have maybe probably could have gotten stopped out because of the the increase in spreads, right? So normally spreads increase as we go into a new day. Well, this was a good move. So here, what's next? What's next? Going to monitor how the market is going to react here. So I'm expecting the market to cut those areas, create some sort of and then another impulse, right? So as you can see, the first impulse really was big. So this is a big impulse. So now we're just waiting for what? We're waiting for a correction, right? So once we've gotten that correction, what are we going to do? Wait for the next. So if there's no setup, there's no trade, right? So there's no need to rush and want to take this buy position because already and so already it's gone. Yes, we would have capitalized on the break and retest. So here we would have simply waited for this break and retest of the structure, taking our entries right there and took those buys. But then we didn't catch those buys, right? So if we didn't catch the move, we wait for another move. As simple as that. On your side, guys, what pairs are you looking at? Just drop a comment on what pairs are you looking at, and then in terms of funding, what prop firm company are you looking at getting funding at? Also remembering that we have our own YouTube channel as well called Kaiser Capital, so make sure to check us out as well on that side on our platform. And we try to drop as much value as we can in terms of the forex industry. Just make sure to check us out on that side as well. Okay. In terms of the NASDAQ, the NASDAQ managing the position, right? As you can see that we took our positions right there with our stops nice and clean. The market is currently in slight profit, but then we're just monitoring how the market is going to react, how the market is reacting. And then in terms of stops, we have our stops just below this area. I think it's I think our stops are just the right in terms of price. Okay, and then overall, the market, what I'm looking at overall in terms of the NASDAQ, I'm expecting the market to push up, right? I'm expecting the market to push up to these potential targets, right? So as you can see, overall, we're in a bullish run, right? So what are you going to do in a bullish run? You're going to try to capitalize on what? You're going to try to capitalize on the bullish moves. Yes, there are slight bearish moves that you can find within this market, but then the overall market is bullish. As you can see on the right hand side, this is a bullish impulse, right? That comes from what this of this area here. So the support area was respected and had your bullish impulse. The market entered into this correction right here. You can clearly see that is your other bullish impulse on the right hand side, right? So as you can, if I can just clear everything here, right? So just to show you guys. So looking at the left hand side to find a value area or an area of interest. So what are you going to do? You're going to establish this area, right? On the left hand side, right? As you can see that previously this area or this zone, or some of them call it a support area, like the resistance area, but I mainly like to emphasize zones, right? So it doesn't matter whether you call it a resistance area or what, but it's a key area, right? It's a key zone in the market where you need to monitor, understand? So same applies with this zone right here, or this price right here. I don't know if you can see it. So here you clearly see, okay, here this is a sensitive area in the market. See here, this was a previous resistance to support, broke down, came back to this area. Still, in terms of the number of touches, I can clearly see that, okay, here it's a key area, right? So also monitoring that. Also here it's a key area, and then here it's a key area, and then here you can closely monitor that. Okay, before the market created that bullish impulse, the market created a spike. So if I can just explain what I'm trying to say here on the lower time frames, looking at it from the 4-hour time frame, right? Sorry. So yes, we have established that, okay, this is a key zone. So on the 4-hour time frame, you can just monitor this zone here. So here you can see that the market respected this area and showed you that, okay, I want to buy at this area, or there's higher potential of buyers at that zone, right? So it came back again after respecting this, but also looking at this impulse. This was key for me, understand? So I saw that impulse, I was like, okay, good. And then I monitored this range. So you can see that, okay, the market created a bullish impulse, and then it wasn't creating like a second impulse, it was ranging, as you can see on here, right? So you have your bullish impulse, you have your range. So what was I expecting? I was expecting another bullish impulse because the previous impulse was bullish, understand? So yes, where do you look for your buys? This was a key to look for buy. And then also at this area here, like, and take out all the stops before really going to the intended direction. So NASDAQ really likes to do this. If you trade NASDAQ, you must know that NASDAQ really moves into a certain direction. It needs to spike. So I can show you another example of what I'm really talking about in terms of here's an impulse, right? On the left hand side, you can clearly see that, okay, the market is creating higher highs, right? Let me just clear this. You can clearly see that, okay, the market is creating higher highs. Momentum is high. Like you can clearly see that, okay, the bullish momentum is high. So now you've had your bullish impulse, right, on the left hand side. Now, what does the market do? Before creating another impulse, the market needs to accumulate. So it needs to create what? A correction. So it created this correction right there. And it created this. You can clearly see that, okay, this is a correction. But then how do you capitalize on the overall bullish momentum? So I don't know if you can see this. I took a position right here, right? I don't know when was this. Let me see if it's going to show. Um, yes, I took a position right there, simply seeing that, okay, this was uh, uh, a bullish. Waited to see. I wait to see on how the market reacts at this. So, and then we took our entries, right? So we took our entries. I think we took our entries right there, right? And then our stops, which is below here. Understand? And so as you can see that, yes, the overall direction, we know the overall direction. The overall direction is to the upside. But yes, you can capitalize on this move, right? But can you see what the market did? The market came back and stopped us out, understand? In terms of that first position, right? Like, this is what I was trying to emphasize. The market spikes, NASDAQ spikes, understand? So it tries as much as it can to spike before moving to the overall direction. Monitor this here. This is a key area in the market whereby you know that, okay, previously this area was respected once, twice the market pushed up, came back, it spiked, and then that's the overall move. Yes, understand. Note that NASDAQ moves. So that's what I wanted to emphasize. NASDAQ spike really goes to the direction it wants, it spikes. Like over here. It's now the market is really creating what higher highs. So it creates that impulse, creates that correction, creates that impulse, creates that correction, creates that impulse. That's how it's moving really, or that's what I'm seeing on Nasdaq, right? So that's what I have been closely monitoring on Nasdaq. So as you can see there, your there's your impulse. You've had your correction, right? So in terms of this area, so I just wanted to say this wasn't a spike, but it was a spike. In terms of people that are looking at buying the key area or zone, this was a spike for them. I understand. But if you trade or if you understand patterns, you'd understand that okay, the market didn't really spike, it created at that support area, as you can see. You have your first touch, second touch, third touch, and then fourth touch, like overall impulse. Understand? So that's what we capitalized, or that's how I capitalized on the move. Understand? So in terms of others, you could have simply entered here and just put over there, and then you'd be in slight profits. Understand? Simply because now you have understood that okay, the market is created that impulse, created out, and so it broke out right here, broke out right here. This one, it retested the resistance of the trend channel. You can see, so you would have capitalized or had slight profits over there. Understand? So that's Nasdaq and how I capitalized on the move. Understand? So in terms of targets, I'm holding. In terms of targets, yes, I'm holding to probably 13,600. Understand? So that's Nasdaq. Yeah, if you just joined the live, my name is Kothatso. I represent a company called Kaiser Capital. So currently we're running a 50k funded account in partnership with Trading Nut as well as Fidelcrest. Okay. And then in terms of the phases, we're currently in phase 1, day 14. So we're just taking it day by day. The main thing that killed our account was the fact that we rushed into entries. We took entries that were not in line with our trading plan, simply because you want to make or wanting to make quick results. Understand? So most often you find people on YouTube saying that this is how I turned a certain figure, a certain amount in a certain day. Understand? So if you are going to approach trading like that, it's going to impact your results because you're going to chase numbers. understand, and quick. And we all know whatever comes quick goes as quick, understand. So I try as much as I can to emphasize consistency in terms of thinking long term as well, in terms of um, wanting consistent results. So instead of you going from 0 to 1,000 in a day, why not you go from 0 to 10, and then from 10 go to 0 to 20, from 20 go to 50, like that, consistent results, understand. So I don't know, previously we have been sold the wrong side of the forex market, understand. We have been sold the get rich quick scheme, understand. So if you are going to have such mentality when coming into the market, it's going to impact your results, because you're going to be impulsive. You find yourself taking trades that you're not supposed to take, understand. So it's very important for you to be aware of certain things, be aware of the certain content that you consume on YouTube, be aware of the certain people that you follow, because now you don't want to be influenced by certain people and certain figures, you understand. So just because someone does a certain thing a certain way doesn't mean that you also need to do it that way, you understand. So I aim and strive for consistent results, understand. So that's about it. Let me check USDT. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. So if there's any pair that you'd like me to analyze for you guys, just drop it in the comment section. Let's dissect it. Let's dissect it. So USDJPY, funny thing happened. Not really funny, but this dissected. Um, USDJPY, right? So as you can see, the market created spikes. I think this was a fundamental. So in terms of entries, we took our entries over here. The market spiked out, took us out, and then created that bullish impulse, and then came back to this entry. So yes, in terms of psychology, this is going to impact you, your psychology in terms of trading. Understand? You take a position, the market takes you out, and then it goes into your direction. Understand? So these are the common things that happen within the market. Understand? So sometimes you find yourself being impulsive and taking another position. Understand? So it's very important for you to monitor how you react. Understand? So there's a valuable lesson from this trade. Yes, you are right about the overall direction, but then the market spiked. The market spiked. Out went into our direction, but how you manage your emotions, how your psychology is very important. Understand? So you can't let such things drag down your emotions. Understand? So if you know what you're doing, if you understand them, there's always an opportunity in the market, and there's always an opportunity. Just because you missed a certain trade doesn't mean that tomorrow you will not find a setup. Understand? So what is important? Sticking to your trading plan, understand, taking trades in line with your trading plan, sticking with your risk management plan as well. So in terms of this position, a valuable lesson that I've learned is that not to over risk. Yes, I was confident to take the trade. I was confident to increase my lot size. Understand? Yes, I was confident to do that because I was confident in the setup. Understand? But as you can see, the setup didn't play out. I was right about the direction. Understand? But that doesn't mean that I need to beat myself up. I need to do certain things. Understand? So you learn. If you are willing to learn every day, you will always grow in the market. You'll always grow. You will always find other opportunities in the market. Understand? So key thing that I'd like to emphasize on today's live is also channeling. Understand? So yes, this was a knock in terms of your account. This was a knock, but then what did you learn? Journal that. Journal your emotions. Understand? Journal each and every trade that you take. I understand each and every setup that I've taken. USDT. I missed this one as well. I missed this as well. So really, I was expecting the market to kind of range before this pulse. I was expecting the market to range, but as you can see, the bullish momentum was too high, so it went. So we move on. We look for other setups, right? So we missed that position as well in terms of USDT. But overall, on the daily time frame, I liked what I see. I like what I see on USDT. So overall, I like to start on the higher time frames in order for me to get the overall move of the market. Understand? So you can see there's your impulse. You have your correction on the right hand side. What is next? What is next is that we wait to see what the market is telling us, and we wait to capitalize on the next bullish move. Understand? So let me just clear everything just to show you guys something that I'm monitoring here. So there's your resistance of the correction, right? And then here's your support of the trend channel, and then you have your overall impulse, right? But let's monitor this candlestick, which was the previous day candlestick. And if you can clearly see, or let me just zoom in, if you can clearly see how it played out. So that's a rising star or some an inverse hammer on the daily time frame. Can you see that candlestick? So normally what that candlestick emphasizes is a reversal. So now looking at this, as you can see here, this is a key zone. Most people think also at this zone, right? So what is key for us is monitoring how the market will react at this price. And then try to the market is the lower frames. Understand? So currently on the 4-hour time frame indicator, This is an area of interest. So yes, we got that spike, and then so you can see that, okay, there was your spike right there. So the market really on the lower time frame, it's trading within this range. Um, okay, I just have a problem with my network. I just have a problem with my network. Oh, shucks. Oh, shucks. Okay, I think I'm back. You can see that the market is trading within this range. Just trying to establish the overall momentum, which is bullish, and try to capitalize on the bullish moves. So patience is key. Patience key. So we're just going to be patient and monitor how the market reacts. Okay, in terms of comments, there's no comment on your guys' side. So I just wanted to emphasize my last point. Make sure to check us out on our YouTube channel as well. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. So I'll be back again next week Tuesday. And then in terms of the update, we're currently on day 14. With the drawdown of close to 3% on our account according to the daily drawdown. So I just wanted to emphasize that as well. I hope you guys have a profitable week ahead, and then also remembering that on this week is a high volatile week in terms of fundamentals. So make sure that with each and every trade that you take, use proper risk management. As I've said, guys, my name is Khotsato. I represent a company called Case Capital. So also check us out on our YouTube channel. Make sure that you subscribe there. And then we'll see you next Tuesday. I hope that you enjoyed the live.